Good evening. Welcome to the March 8th Clark County Fire District 6 Board of Fire Commissioners meeting. I'd like to call this evening's meeting to order and ask that you join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. At this time, I'd ask for any additions to this evening's agenda.
None here.
None here.
We will need to read, approve, and post as necessary the minutes of our February 21st regular board meeting.
So move.
Second?
Moved and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Correspondence this evening. I didn't see any correspondence in our board packets.
None I'm aware of.
Thank you. Citizen communication. Any citizen wishing to communicate with the Fire District Board this evening can do so using the YouTube. There is a chat feature available for you to communicate with the board. Those questions will be answered throughout this evening's meeting. Committee reports. I see none for health and safety or risk management.
Correct.
Fairgrounds Fire Facility report. Is there?
I do have one. We met today, and a couple things. They do plan on staffing it sometime in July. They're putting 15 people on the 20th, and their training will be done sometime around there. So July 1st wasn't definite, but sometimes in July. They have ordered They have ordered additional lockers for the dorms, so there'll be a set of 3 in each dorm. And we've had some HVAC issues that we had to have repaired that were somewhat expensive. And then the card key system and locks and how people get in everywhere. And the county has some, and we have. Anyway. I think they're gonna logistics folks are gonna figure that out and try to get it squared away. But besides that, the sheriff's office was trying to come up with some additional space, like in a copy room and some other places, because they're getting shifted out of some of the areas that we had. So they're working on that, and besides that, that's it.
Their plan then is to staff it with 3. Is that
Yes.
moving forward? Okay.
2
And
shifts.
Yeah, 2 48-96 shifts, and I think some of our people went out there today and helped them push their brand new engine into the truck bay. So they have a new rig, brand new rig out there that hasn't gone on call yet.
Oh, great. Wow. All right.
So
Is that black wheels or chrome?
chrome.
Yeah.
It's not as
Yeah.
aluminum.
Yeah, yes.
It wasn't a spec rig. It's one of the extra ones they roll off,
Oh,
and I guess they got some sort of a deal on it, so they bought it.
Great. Well, thank you for the update. Is there still some construction work taking place there with the door, or wasn't there a door or something being replaced? Or
Yeah, they're gonna put a door in.
I met with Abe and Commander Sample?
Yeah.
Commander Sample, and then a gentleman from the Fire Marshal's office / the county, and we agreed that we need to hire an architect to do some basic planning, help us do some basic planning for some space needs, including a door, but there's a number of other things as well. So,
more to come?
yeah.
More to come. All right. Thank you.
Do it right and do it once, right? And that's Johansson. I think you asked that, right? Johansson's doing that.
Okay. With that, we'll move on to the consent agenda.
Move for approval.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Chief's report. If you'd like to run us through those items,
Sure.
Chief. Thank you.
So some big anniversaries in the personal action report this month. Kevin Todd and Matt Hollingsworth both with 30 years of service, and Bill Dunlap with 32 years of service. Tina Menzinger, 23 years. Andrew Hodgson was promoted to captain. And then Ashley Mitchum and Dominic Seppi are both out on FMLA for new babies.
Oh, great. Congrats to all.
Was there a facilities report? The no facilities report.
No facility report yet. Alrighty. moving on to old business, county correspondence.
So I forwarded Commissioner Pfeiffer, dialogue between myself and Kathleen Otto's staff. She did receive the letter. It was mailed out right after your first meeting in February. They said we'd have a response by this week. So
Still awaiting response?
Still awaiting
Okay,
response.
all right. Okay. More to come with the permitting process in the county then. Thank you for the update. Moving on to new business.
So last week we had some of our personnel go back to Wisconsin and check out the new engines, and I'm going to turn it over to Captain Rennie, and he's going to update you on how they look.
They look good. Yeah, they look sharp. It was a great little trip.
What color are the rims? Are they black?
Some black, yes. Oh, we
Yeah.
Oh, we got the slideshow, cool.
The whole tour.
Yeah, so we flew out on Tuesday and came back on Saturday, but there they are. They are extremely nice rigs. They're Pierce Velocities. I'd first like to start with saying thank you to the Board of Commissioners and the fire chiefs for supporting this project. I truly believe these are engines that I can tell you on a personal level are being discussed nationally by a lot of people.
Our spec.
Our spec and the rigs themselves. We had the VP of Pierce Sales came out, and I personally gave him a tour of the engines. We have people that were looking at their fire engines that literally walked away from theirs to come and check ours out. It was very impressive, so thank you very much. These are gonna be rigs that are gonna serve our public. We're gonna get hose and water on fires faster than I believe we have before with some of the things that we did. The consult group of Laguerre Industries was very important and instrumental in this process. I'd like to thank both Chief Maurer and the commissioners for supporting that. I don't think we could have taken it to this level without doing that. I think it was worth every dime that we gave them. But it was just kind of crew soup. That's the Zyco ladder rack. We can get it nice and low. Both rigs dropped from the full upright position to there in less than 13 seconds. And the way they come off the rigs, at any point a firefighter can go into them. So if somebody needs it all the way down, or lots of our taller members can just take it straight off the side of the rigs. There's part of the group discussing, I think that actually might even be Dennis giving a tour to someone. Here, I'm gonna go back to this. Some of the things you're really proud of, and Dennis and I did a YouTube that'll be coming out from the Pierce plant, like the kind of the walk around, but healthy in, healthy out. The chiefs have committed to that. Where that bag is a full decon area for our firefighters to do a dry or wet decon. We're really committing to that and appreciate the support from the chiefs on that. Our hose beds dropped over 20 inches, so we're gonna be able to get the hose off nice and quick. Some prime real estate there. If any chiefs or commissioners think of anything that needs to go on that back hose bed cover there.
Blue lights.
Oh, we got the bumper too, the mud flap.
Oh, nice, that's a nice look.
Believe it, that actually is another thing that they really discussed about the blowback on the back of the rig really helps eliminate that full depth. There's the group. Hughes fire engines, who we obviously did the purchase through. Andy Klein, he was a great guy. We had a lot of fun, but again, it was a very productive trip, and I'm really excited to get these things back here and start running around serving our public. So thank you very much, appreciate it.
Very nice.
One of the things I wanted to mention is Andy Klein, who's the rep for this area for Pierce, said that this was the best group that he's worked with and one of the coolest projects he's been on, so.
Oh, great. Yeah, very
That's good to
nice.
hear.
Yeah.
I was gonna mention, you saw the back of Clark-First engine?
Mhm.
It's gotta be, we have some people that couldn't even reach the bottom of it, let
Yeah.
alone the top, it's just way up there. It's nice for
It's
everybody.
kind of
to
where
be
our
able to-
current ones are, they're tall too, back.
Thanks for your work.
Nice job.
Nice job.
Good
Yeah,
job.
very exciting.
And it passed Brad's approval. Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty, next up, Station 151 workshop.
So at the last board meeting, you mentioned that you'd like a workshop on, or information on Station 151 and the potential to staff it. That was a little short time frame for us to get everything together, so I was gonna ask if we could push it back to the April 4th meeting.
Mhm.
And then I didn't know if you wanted to do it in a workshop format or just as part of the meeting, so.
Yeah, I think the April 4th meeting works just fine, and I think a workshop would be just fine as well to go over that plan and how we can roll that out to support timelines that Clark Cowlitz is proposing or doing. And yeah, I think that would work good.
So the secretary of the board now is gonna tell us that takes a motion if we're gonna have a separate workshop?
Yeah.
What time do you want the
Yes.
workshop to start?
Do you guys agree that a workshop format would be
I like the
best,
workshop.
or,
It is spring break and I will most likely not be here.
Well, that's spring break week,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Uh-huh.
We're fine if we wanna push it back to the second meeting in April. It'd give us more time to
That's what
meet
you
with the
mean,
local.
I didn't even
Clark-
realize it was spring break,
Yeah.
Commissioner Haynes.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you, Commissioner Fire.
Or-
The
And that meeting got moved to the
the
17th.
17th, the week, I would be happy to do on the 17th.
17th?
Yeah.
All right, let's see if everybody's gonna be able to make it on the 17th. Does that work for you?
Are we still doing our regular meeting on the 4th? Are you available for that? It's spring break.
I gotta get my paper calendar out. What do you?
I don't, I thought you, I think you said it was okay, but I'm not sure.
You don't have to act old.
It's April 17th.
Tech is a
And then
little bit
did you
tough.
wanna start at the regular time and then meeting to follow?
Yep.
I think that would work
Okay,
great.
Okay.
I'll make a motion in a second.
We'll get a date here lined up, make sure we don't need to make any other changes while we're out of here.
I don't think we-
Monday, April 17th.
Monday, April 17th?
Because that's we switched it from the 18th to accommodate your shift schedule.
Okay. So Monday, the 17th of April, okay.
And the 4th.
And the 4th
Right
is-
now, we have the Tuesday the 4th.
Correct.
Okay.
So, Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion that we hold a workshop at 6 o'clock on Monday, April 17th.
Okay.
And we will proceed with our regular meeting when the workshop is over.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. April 17th works for your schedules and
4 and
timeline.
17.
Thank you. I'll write it
And
down.
your calendar.
I'll put it on the calendar.
Okay.
All right. March 21st awards ceremony.
We do annual awards every year, and we're gonna present them on March 21st at the board meeting. We'd like to move that location to Station 63 for a little more room, if that's okay with the board.
And are we doing forklift tours?
Maybe.
A little premature.
Yeah, sorry about that. It's at least there to look at right now.
So that takes another motion.
Correct.
Forklift test
Okay.
drives.
I make a motion that we move our March 21st regular board meeting from Station 1 to Station 3.
Second.
Still at 6 o'clock or earlier?
6 o'clock.
Still at 6 o'clock.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Did I do it right, Dave?
Yes, you did, sir.
Okay.
March
Make me look good in the minutes, please.
March
March
21st.
21st. Yes.
Okay. You know what shift that is?
Active.
As long as it's not, as long as it's not two of them.
That is an A shift.
Perfect. All righty, moving on to the new business here, we've got a forklift purchase.
So Chief Newberry identified the need to purchase a forklift. We budgeted for it in the 2023 budget, and he has a proposal for you tonight on that purchase.
Okay.
I'm sure it's in your board packet.
It is,
That's the
yep.
most up-to-date version. So there's a lot to this proposal, and I don't wanna bore you or everybody with it, but I put it in a format that hopefully it's fairly simple, but Over the last several years, we've been discussing a forklift at Station 63 to support the training division and some other needs that we had out there. We didn't feel that we needed a brand new one, so we've been on the hunt for a used forklift, and they're kind of few and far in between around here. But we've been kind of casually looking. Well, once Captain Rennie took the position in the training division, he used some of his resources and found one locally. We talked about it. He had it shipped up to the cat dealer in Ridgefield. We went there last week and took a look at it. And Brad, myself, one of the engine companies, and Captain Rennie looked it over pretty well. Asked a lot of questions, and it was worthwhile to bring to Station 63 to run it through its paces, which Captain Rennie has done. You'll see through this proposal that we have a need for it. We have looked high and low, and we found this one, luckily, locally, at the best price that we can find compared to anybody in the entire country, really.
To an industry.
Yeah, yes. And I found one other one in Portland, but when I contacted the gentleman about it, he wasn't really interested in selling it. He wanted to rent it. So it was just a little bit less expensive. But this unit is by far the best price, in fantastic condition, has less hours than any of the other machines, falls well within the budget that we identified. And I know that normally we try not to ask the board to jump on something the same night that we present it. This is a kind of a unique situation in that they were kind of holding it for us for tonight before they put it out in the public, out for public consumption. And I don't think, I know we won't find another one as competitive as this one for quite a while. So I've asked the chief to ask the board to consider purchasing this machine, authorizing the purchase of this machine tonight in the amount of $61,845, including tax. And then secondarily to that, we feel it's in good working order. In doing some research with the state of Washington procurement guides, they recommend that you do an extended warranty. I've never been in favor of extended warranties ever on anything, but I wanted to give that information to the board to consider. I've attached at the back of the proposal the cost for the different warranty levels. Again, it's not something I necessarily want to do, but I wanted you to at least have the information to consider it.
I don't know that I have. Oh, you have it.
That's very long.
With Brad here, do we need an extended warranty?
I don't believe we need an extended warranty.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So just one thing real quick, our tax rate's actually at 8.4, not 8.5, which I noticed they put in the quote.
So they put 8.6, but then when I checked with Tina today, they just changed it to 8.5.
And I'd go with Tina.
So, yeah. Yeah.
Would you do me a favor, real quickly?
Yes.
Anybody watching, or might watch in the future, might have a question of why we're buying a forklift,
Sure,
what we're gonna use it
of
for,
course.
just so it's, the audience knows.
Sure, I apologize, I did include that in the proposal, but I didn't mention it.
can see it,
so-
but they can't.
Right, of course.
Yeah.
So I've got a short list of things here. Now personally, I own a tractor at my house, and I knew that I'd move dirt with it and maybe rototill a garden, but once I got it, there were so many more things that I was able to use it for. So this list, although it's pretty comprehensive, there's gonna be a lot of other things that we find that we can use it for. However, we can use it to lift, move, and stack vehicles easily on the training grounds for a host of extrication training. Able to reach the pitched roof section of the training tower. Able to move, lift, and place units of lumber for tech rescue training and firefighter training. Able to safely move Class A materials, so hay and pallets and things like that, to the second floor burn tower or second floor burn rooms in the tower. Able to maneuver into the apparatus base, so we can lift product up into the mezzanine that's there. Able to offload materials delivered to Station 63. One of the things that we really enjoy about having a forklift here, the small forklift here at Station 61, is that when we get deliveries, we save money because the freight company does not have to bring a lift truck with them. And so we're able to easily offload things for a better price. If we would have that also at Station 63. We would prevent damage to the asphalt by picking cars up off the flatbed trailer. I know that Captain Rennie was able to do that yesterday when some cars were delivered while we were demoing this machine. Normally they tilt their bed and then kind of drag the cars off, and it kind of scars up the asphalt, so this would prevent that from happening. And just general tidiness and coordination and organization of the training ground. I know there's probably a question of where we're going to store this, and obviously as soon as our training building, our storage building is built, it will go there. However, it's fine to leave outside for the short period of time that it will be outside. Training on it. So we are coordinating with the cat dealer to include 2 trainers in a upcoming training class specific to forklift training. Many of our members are already forklift trained. However, this is specific to this machine. Included with that will be policy that does not allow every person that wants to drive it to drive it. It would be very tight on who can use the machine. And training that would go along with it. So we train the trainers at the cat dealer, and then we have them train specific people
And
in-house.
they get a certification that meets L&I.
Correct.
Okay. Can Brad service this when the time comes?
Yes.
Perfect, that's all my questions.
Yeah, 42-foot reach capacity, that's pretty good.
Yes.
Huge.
Yeah, that's, just very well done. I like the short and concise, and it's good.
Yeah, I appreciate the proposal as it's outlined here. This is very, very helpful, and a lot of thought and energy went into putting this together, so thank you all.
Well, you're welcome. And Captain Rennie, I mean, yes, we've been working on this for a long time, but the Captain Rennie spark is what brought it to this point. So thank you, Captain Rennie.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion that we purchase a 2013 CAT for $56,000 plus tax.
Sorry, sir, it's $57,000 plus tax.
$57,000 plus tax?
Second.
Thank you.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank
And
you
I'll,
very
and I'll
much.
echo the amount of work that went into
Yeah.
it. It makes it easier for us to make a decision on things.
Yeah,
I really appreciate it.
thank you all.
This is kind of roundtable good order, but I'm gonna do it under new business.
Yeah.
So if we go into executive session, it's gonna be a while, everybody's gonna leave. Had 2 responses, like, in my small neighborhood, which is like a 6-block neighborhood. One on Sunday, there was a fire. I believe that Captain Bartek and his crew were first in. We had, which is, well, he was about 6 houses from us. They had a wood, I don't know if it was wood or not, they had a cutting board on the range, and their cat somehow, while they were out of town, got on there and turned the range on. Yeah. And the guys got there, and then on Monday, I believe Captain Taylor and his crew from Station 2 went on a medical, Tara Hills, by my house. And our neighborhood has this, everybody's email, I mean, we have this huge group email thing, and I gotta tell you, there was nothing but good things come out of that. Quick response time, they were courteous, they were professional, they took care of the problem. A couple kids wanted to see the fire engine, they put them in the fire engine. That's what helps us pass levies. And if you would pass that on to Captain Bartek and his crew, I would appreciate that too. But it's just, when it's in your neighborhood, I know everybody, whether I did or not, but they were really appreciative. I know that gentleman, I haven't heard the outcome on him, but his wife was so pleased that you guys were so nice. So I just wanted to throw that out there.
Perfect. That's great to hear. Great feedback. With that, let's see, the board will move into executive session in accordance with RCW 4230-140, Section 4, pertaining to performance of a public employee. This session should last approximately 15 minutes, and then we'll come back out.
You have to give the time.
Go back in.
Yeah, go back in.
Yeah, well, that's right.
You say-
Dave's gonna say something.
You have to say 6:45. You have to say like the time for
6:45.
coming back, right?
And then we're gonna go
Yes.
back, then we're gonna go back in though, just so people know.
Yeah. The board will exit executive session at 6:45 and then reconvene.
7:15. We're extending executive session till 7:15. going on to 7:25.
The board met in executive session this evening and took no action. Roundtable, good of the order.
I already did mine.
Okay.
Yeah, I think today's International Women's Day.
It is.
And we have a number of strong women that work for the organization, including our fire chief. So just want to make sure we acknowledge everybody who's working here and doing amazing stuff. So.
Great, good job. Yeah. Yes, yes.
We did have 2 babies.
Oh,
So the Seppi family, baby Lorenzo, and the Mitchum family, baby Easton. 2
very
additions.
nice. Very
More
nice,
for the herd.
congrats. Yeah, more for sure. Alrighty, with that, we'll need to authorize payment of current bills, pre-authorization transmittal, authorize monthly commissioner compensation.
So move.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Yeah, any questions this evening?
Nope.
Meeting is adjourned.
I like